I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. Welcome to the Black Excellence and Abundance Channel. What would the world be like without black inventors? Moses West, born in Georgia, he moved to Germany and spent most of his childhood in Houston, Texas. He served 3 years as an Army Ranger, then went to flight school and piloted the helicopters, including the Chinook. A combat injury sidelined his career but didn't slow him down. After retiring from the military, he circled the world, traveling from Germany to Sweden to Australia and eventually to Hawaii. While in Oahu, a meeting with a next-door neighbor changed his course once again. As it happens, the neighbor had a small machine plugged into the wall that created water, which he says was absolutely fantastic. As Moses sat on his neighbor's sofa and drank glass after glass, he had a revelation. The process seemed so simple, yet had enormous potential to be a game changer. His past home bases of Texas and Australia were in the middle of a drought and experiencing wildfires, while the air all around us is filled with H2O molecules just waiting to be used. He thought to himself, if this machine can do it on this scale, it's just a mathematical formulation to get it to work on a larger scale. And so it's a way to mitigate one of the largest crises that faces us today. Still in his neighbor's home, he remembered learning about the hydraulic cycle in elementary school, recalling that water is a closed-loop cycle. It moves between oceans and atmospheres and land while changing between liquid, solid, and gas form. We still have the same amount of water on Earth that we've always had. You borrow it and you give it back, says Moses. His atmospheric water generator simply borrows the H2O molecules from the air temporarily. Water is here and it's abundant, and it's a source that technology can remove and let us use it without any stress on our infrastructure. Today, his patented technologies has produced over 1 million gallons of water. Until late 2017, it had primarily been used by the military. Then, Hurricane Maria struck Puerto Rico. Moses founded the Water Rescue Foundation to raise money and then headed there with his machine, working alongside FEMA to deliver fresh water to the island's residents. He even retrofitted the machine, which was already more energy efficient than any other water generators, to be powered by solar panels. With such a great invention, an invention that could revolutionize the whole water industry and also solve the problem in Flint, Michigan today, it begs the question, why has this invention not gone viral? And we know that the media floods us with images of black people committing all kind of crimes, doing all kind of negative things. Yet, here is an invention that can actually save lives. And not a word from the media. Here is a man that has made this invention not because he wants to be rich or famous, because he simply wants to save lives. Mr. Moses West looked at the problems and the issues that we're having with the water today, and he felt compelled to do something about it. One man, one machine supplied an entire island with all their drinking water needs to prove that it could be done. And he is doing an outstanding job, one that is not going unnoticed by this channel. Someone had to see this happen and stop just talking about it, he said. And then to operate it on solar power, that's when I could have just cried. To sit there in a chair and have a machine producing over 1,000 gallons of water just using stored protons turned to electrons, turned to HBO molecules, even at night from battery backup, I just sat and looked at it for hours. Moses really connected with the community and found it difficult to leave. He was struck by the magnitude of the difference that something as simple as drinking water could have on a people's health and lives. You see people come to you and they're physically sick, and then you give them water that you made, and 3, 4, 5 days later, their skin looks healthier. They look different. Yes, folks, this is a great invention, but this man was committed to saving lives. The machine that Moses developed was innovative from the start. One of the challenges of scaling up atmospheric water generation technologies is the amount of energy they require to function. Many of the units on the markets today are very energy intensive. Not this machine, though. The Texas Commission on Environmental Quality requires power consumption no higher than 0.13 kilowatts per liter for approval. This unit, developed by Moses, uses only 0.08 kilowatts in testing, and in Puerto Rico, it achieved 0.05 kilowatts. Moses spends a lot of time watching the machine operate while thinking about parasitic electric load. He says, if I can put my hand someplace and I can feel some heat come off it, or I can feel some cool air come off, temperature change is energy. He continues to make tweaks to the design to minimize energy usage. I've gotten the equipment down to the place where it's very, very low on energy consumption, he says, and that's what you had to do to get it to the market. Moses is quoted as having said, the one thing that everybody says is going to happen on this earth is that we are going to run out of water. And that's just not true, because we walk around in all the water we need every single day. This invention has already saved many and promises to be a game changer for the Flint water crisis. He is a modern day hero, and we here at the Black Excellence and Abundance channel says thank you, Mr. Moses West, for your great invention. He literally creates water from thin air. The Black Excellence and Abundance channel, where Black history is every day. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, thou art rich.